China's Two Immortal Lovers, Chapter 3. Every nation has its Romeo and Juliet, and the Chinese have the immortal love story of the cowherd and the weaving lady. The Chinese story is doubly fascinating because it is of astrological origin and because from it a festival has evolved and been observed by millions of devout believers, Chinese, Japanese, and others. Early Chinese star watchers have discovered that the circumpolar stars revolving round the pole star fixed position would return to the same place in about 27.33 days, thus forming a sidereal month. In relation to this discovery, the Chinese devised the 28 Xiu lunar mansion system as early as the middle of the Shang period, circa 14th century BC. These lunar mansions are equatorial divisions or segments of the celestial sphere bounded by hour circles. For each of these 28 mansions, a name was given. The 9th lunar mansion, Altair or Vega, was called Qian Niu, cowherd. As the Altair and the Lyra are in close proximity to one another, it was easy to tempt the imaginative myth makers to draw inspiration from their sexes, cowherd and the weaving lady, to create the boy meets girl romance in heaven. One of the early stories goes back to the state of Chu, BC 740 to 330. It tells of the marriage between the cowherd and the weaving lady, a granddaughter of heaven. To pay the dowry, the cowherd secured a loan of 20,000 strings of cash from Tian-Ti, king of heaven. As for a long time, the cowherd was unable to repay the loan. The couple was separated, the cowherd to the west and the weaving lady to the east of the Milky Way, as a penalty, and was permitted to meet only once a year on the 7th night of the 7th moon. Another Chinese allusion to these lovers came from the story of the Qi period, 479 to 501 AD. There was once an immortal named Cheng Wu Ting, living in the district of Guiyang, who fraternized freely with human beings. One day he suddenly told his brother, on the 7th day of the 7th moon, the weaving lady travels across the Milky Way, and all immortals have to return to the celestial palace. I myself have been summoned and cannot tarry any more on earth. I must bid you farewell now and meet you again in 3 years' time. Why has the weaving lady to cross the Milky Way? The younger brother inquired. The weaving lady has to meet the cowherd in temporary reunion, came the explanation. On the next day, there was no trace of Wu Ting anywhere. Poets and myth makers. In those early days, poets now and again made isolated allusions to these two stars, which tended to excite the curiosity of the people and stimulate their interest. One ancient poem read, "Yonder's the cowherd pining far, far away. The weaving lady brightens the Milky Way. Keeping them asunder, the water rises high. Great was their love, silently they stare and sigh."